Alright, so it's 2007, school is out, and I rush home to play one of three things. Halo 3, RuneScape, or Call of Duty World at War Zombies. Thanks to Contractors modding community, Halo became a thing in VR, which blew my mind away and released peak levels of dopamine in my little monkey brain as soon as I played it a few months ago. RuneScape is not in VR. I really do want it to be though, so someone make that happen right now, please. But Call of Duty Zombies, the classic, the original recipe, is now in Contractors. It's kind of cursed in some ways, but more on that in a second. And before you tell me, I know these maps and modes have been in Pavlov for a while. I don't own Pavlov, that game is kind of dying, I don't want to get into it, let's move on. Now, I don't know when these mods were added to Contractors, and I don't care. This game mode is my new favorite thing to do in VR, and even if I'm late to the party, I'm gonna shout it from the rooftops until the cops send a SWAT team to get me down. Hey, get down from there! No! Call of Duty Zombies is made so much scarier and difficult in VR simply because you're using your bony arms to aim. It just amplifies the whole experience to astronomical levels because you feel like you're really there, imperfections included. The number of times I dropped a mag on the ground when I was trying to reload is... I lost count. Now I know there was one map before called COD-Z Test, but it was kind of like the equivalent of a store brand of potato chips, so it was kind of boring and unfinished. But now, we've got the trifecta of 3 perfect maps for the game mode here. Nacht Der Untotem, and well, that's it from the original games. The only other maps that are functionally fun are Bikini Bottom and some kind of fever dream, which everything is cheese for some reason. I don't know why. I was curious, so I looked it up, and apparently this was a crazy popular modded map. This was a crazy popular modded map. Alright, you got this. This was a crazy popular modded map. I give up. It was a modded map. It was cool. But it's not. As for the other classic World at War maps, I'm sure the modders are hard at work to add in Varrock, Numa, and Reese's Pieces as soon as possible, but until then, I'll take what I can get. As always, I brought in IM and Maxwell to play through this live on stream with me the other day. It's like a week later at this point, damn. And it truly brought back a flash flood of memories. There's nothing quite like that feeling of going through the gauntlet of a game of zombies in Call of Duty. It's like the Hot Ones challenge where all the sauces seem to just kind of creep up super slowly. You think you're fine, and then you hit round 15 or 20 and you're just crumpling under the weight of your own ego. Like, what were you thinking? That you were gonna win somehow?
Zombies floating.
Oh shit, what the fuck?
Chosen.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Farewell, my friends.
Oh, I got 6
Hey,
balls.
that shotgun's doing him pretty well.
Better than anything else that we've come across, Larry.
Who needs human wrists?
Keep it steady now.
I like this shotgun, it's fun.
It is fun. Larry, shut up.
It's actually crazy how well they got the base map working in this. Other than the guns being incorrect for World at War, I think they're Black Ops weapons, it legitimately just feels like they copy and pasted the game into Contractors as if they used the Unity engine like an easy bake oven. The sound effects are all perfect, the manual reloading adds so much to the gameplay, the animations for the zombies are one-to-one with the original, and you can just do everything that the real game offers, but in VR. You repair the windows, buy the doors with your points, the mystery box, it's just all perfect. Where it becomes a little less perfect is on the other 2 cartoon nightmares I mentioned before.
It's over, Squidward.
Jellyfish Rock looks like a crazy big map, right? Nope! Don't you dare step on that water that's already underwater to begin with, I don't know. Because you'll drown on top of it and instantly lose. Oh, you see Squidward and SpongeBob's house. Cool, I'm gonna go... Nope, sorry. Game over. Other than that, though, the map is actually kind of well made and laid out. The mystery box moves around as it's intended to. The flow of the map kind of works. There's some hazards, traps, shortcuts, and generally it's just a fun place to look at.
It's over, Squidward. I have the high ground.
Don't try it. Where everything starts to go downhill, though, is...
Cheese! We'll go somewhere where there's cheese. Everybody knows the moon's made of cheese.
I got something.
Got the door open. You're doing pretty good.
If regular zombies is a slow buildup of heat, cheesecube is like jumping into a deep fryer face first and hoping for the best.
I'm putting the deep fat fryer out of harm's way.
Because they start you at like round 10 in this map, still with just a pistol, and they're just like, figure it out yourself, idiot. Everything is cheese. Literally everything. The Swiss guns, the cheddar walls, the mystery box, the blue cheese dogs, the David Bowie knife. And to top it all off, there's copyrighted music playing at an alarming volume in-game the whole time. Contractors, for some reason, doesn't have audio control settings in-game, so I don't know why they decided to be different, but I really wish they had just conformed a little bit to every video game in existence so that I could turn this racket off. I was streaming us playing this, right? So not only was the entire live stream hit with a copyright notice, but now I can't really play you much of the audio from this without sacrificing my channel to the ether. So enjoy hearing whatever I figure out to let you hear this. So let's find out together. Oh.
Get him. Just go slicing.
Oh my god.
Awesome.
And you said the Bowie knife was a bad idea.
I'm gonna go get one.
I stand corrected. That knife is awesome.
Like, this is the pinnacle of gaming, right?
It doesn't get better than this.
Why people should just stop making video games. Like, it's done. It just feels so cursed, and yet it might be some of the most fun I've had in VR for a while. There's this weird thing that happens when you're in virtual reality and add adrenaline to the mix. Anything can become your reality. Despite how bonkers and stupid everything looked around me, I was strangely immersed. I became one with the cheese, and the cheese was one with me. And to top it all off, for our second attempt, we actually reached the end of the playlist that the mod author added in like an hour later. So it honestly felt like we won, like we beat the music in the map. The track list ended. The game's like, what are you doing still being alive? I decided to...
You shouldn't still be alive.
I mean, I think that's the real accomplishment, is that we beat the music.
We kind of beat it. Like, the game's, the music's gone.
Contractors already seems like it's my go-to VR shooter these days, and the modders for these maps, they just gave me another reason to keep it installed forever, so thank you. You'll find the links to their mods in the description below. Anyways, thank you all for sitting through my VR ramblings for the week. I upload VR content every week, or as often as I can, so subscribe or join the Discord in the description down below so you can stay up to date for when I upload. I also want to try and set up some game nights with you guys, so get in there. Do it. Please. You can also become an honorary Larry in there if you want to help support my channel. You go to Ko-fi, which is the link is in the description too. It's kind of like Patreon, but you can pay whatever you want, so you're not like tied to one set amount. You get a Discord role and your name listed at the end of every video. I said it last week, but I meant for this week's video to be about Ghosts of Tabor, but I kept on having technical errors that I just kind of delayed that video for now until I have time to play it again and to actually get some usable footage. I've got a lot of videos in the backlog right now, so join me next week when I decide which one I'm going to finish first. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Cheers.
One of you has to like.
I'll take it.
No, Maxwell, it's up to you.
Dude, I am not winning this. I'm sorry.